Good evening, and this evening we're going to be discussing something that CNN never reported, nor does the United States ever talk about. I think they think everybody forgot about it. We're going to be discussing the NASA mission TDRS-2 Spartan 203 satellite space shuttle. That was the Challenger launch accident. Was it really an accident? It occurred in 1986. It was the mission in which the school teacher was very proud. There was one school teacher of the 7 astronauts on board. A regular school teacher was very proud to take part in that mission. Several minutes after it took off, it exploded in midair, and all 7 astronauts had died. Many people have questioned, was it really an accident? Did NASA know something was going to go wrong beforehand? All the conspiracy theorists out there. And for all the conspiracy theorists out there, yes, you were right. The United States of America did know something was going to go wrong. My physics professor, whom I posted a picture of, Kevin Martis, quite a genius, taught my astronomy class. He worked for Jet Propulsion Labs, JPL Labs, in Pasadena, California, and he worked on this specific project. When I took his astronomy class, he specifically discussed this, maybe out of guilt, maybe, I don't know why, but he told our class exactly what happened because he was a part of this mission, and a large part of it. He built the O-rings. And he stated that the night before, his department in JPL, Jet Propulsion Labs, warned the high-ranking officials all the way up to the top, to the President of the United States, that the NASA knew those O-rings were not going to hold in the cold weather the next day, but owing to the fact that Russia was about to launch a mission, whether it was the next day also or just had launched a mission, the U.S. government did not want this mission to fail, and NASA was put under a gag order by the United States of America. I forget exactly who was president in 1986 at that time, but they were put into a gag. NASA officials and employees were put under a gag order, which Kevin Martis, my professor, said, of which he was one, that they were never to discuss this, and yes, they were not going to say anything in the media, and they were going to let all those people die. And they knew that those O-rings were not going to hold, and yes, all those people, may God rest their souls in peace, died. This is a shameful incident that the United States still denies to this day, and people around the world actually believed it was an accident when it wasn't. It could have been prevented. I don't know who the hell would want to be an accident, or why Newt Gingrich, former candidate for 2012 presidency, want to start some moon mission. He must be out of his mind. Certainly, he couldn't pay me billions of dollars to take part in a space mission after hearing this. Mr. Martis said when I took his class at William Patterson College, which was located in Wayne, New Jersey, of which I graduated in 1997 after passing his physics class. He was a hard professor and a genius physicist. He explained when working at JPL NASA during the Challenger space mission in 1986 that NASA was well aware the O-rings would probably crack the day before the actual launch. Was it true that NASA knew ahead the O-rings would crack the day the launch of this rumor was going around? Yes, they did. And Kevin Martis set the record straight on the matter by stating that NASA knew the day before the launch of those 7 astronauts the cold weather was going to occur and the O-rings were likely to crack under the pressure of the cold weather. But the federal United States government set a gag order, unquote, on all NASA employees until the mission, that it was going to take place anyway, owing to American national pride and competition with the Russian space program at the time. I don't think this is something America should be proud about. It's another shameful act, which is why America is losing any of its reputation it had at the United Nations, and why it's finding itself a stranger among most United Nations member states that formerly did not unite are finding itself out in the cold. The United States certainly is finding itself out in the cold of the European Union, the Organization of African States, and many other alliances that Russia is a part of, and Eastern European states that the United States is not invited, or nor do those states want the United States to be a part of, nor do they trust the United States. And one cannot wonder why. Thank you for joining me tonight, and tomorrow I will have another report of a story that CNN will never report because of their liberal funding and financial funding. They're under a gag order. The New York Times is under a gag order. But Mr. Louis Starr here in Bloomingdale, New Jersey is not, and never will be. You may throw me out of school, but you will never quiet me unless you kill me. And the police tried that again and again, but thanks be to God, I'm still here and I'm still talking. Good night.